right, welcome back to the OMG Hour Reviews, and we are going to review, of course, the big one this week, Spider-Man. I've been playing Spider-Man for a while now, and I see you there, Tycko. Something's wrong with your window.
Hi, how's it going?
Hi there, Tycko.
Hey. Oh, that's better.
Boy, XSplit has been giving me a lot of trouble tonight. XSplit, get your act together.
Or else.
Spider-Man, big release this week. And you were hoping to also play this, but you don't play your PS4.
I will listen. If you can find me a nice review copy, I will be glad to play my PS4 for this one. I am a huge Spider-Man fan.
You do love the Spider-Man, do you?
I love the Spider-Man, the Spider-Man family. I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. I have played the bad Spider-Man games. I have played the worst Spider-Man games. I will play Lego with Spider-Man in it. I'm a big fan of Spider-Man, so I would play the PlayStation to play Spider-Man.
Well, you should.
I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed no Xbox, but obviously, exclusives and all of that fun stuff. And Sony seems to know what the heck they're doing when it comes to exclusives, whereas Microsoft really doesn't have any clue right now.
Well, we're not here to debate PlayStation versus Xbox. We are here to talk about
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
I have heard very good things about.
Spider-Man is so well done. Let me tell you, this game
is the song in it. Is the song? Do they do the song?
I have not heard the song yet.
They should have the song.
I have not heard the song. So it's Spider-Man. It is the best Spider-Man ever created. Spider-Man game. It is really easy to control. It does take some time to figure out the controls, to understand them. It took me, several hours to kind of really get into the mode of like even fighting, and the video looks a little dark on the screen. Let me see if I can fix that for you. But it's such a fun game. There's a lot going on. It's very much like a Batman Arkham Asylum style battle sequence, but there's a lot more going on because you have your web shooters, you have your gadgets, you have your dodging, and you can web people up, you can jump up in the air, pull them up in the air, fight them in the air. Like this is Spider-Man for all intents and purposes.
It's what you would expect it to be. The one thing that I noticed that really seems to stand out too is not just that they've captured Spider-Man, they've captured New York really well.
Oh my gosh, the city of it is a living city in this game.
Yeah, and that's one of the big problems with some of the games, the Spider-Man games and other superhero type games in the past is it's like, we'll put up some dummy buildings all around that you have to use to swing. They didn't really build a city, and it seems like they understood, like, hey, that's an important part of the universe, and who Spider-Man is too.
Right down to the fact that as you're swinging past buildings, every window has a room behind it.
Yeah, it's
not just a window. There is a room behind that window. And it's amazing. There's so much to do in this game as well. There's not just, there's crimes you can take care of on the street. There's not just the story. There's taking photographs, of course, because Peter Parker is a photographer. So there's a lot of things in the city you can do. You can take photos. You can read the newspaper. You go up to the newspaper and read it. You can find old backpacks that Peter has left throughout the city with old memorabilia in them. Because as you know, in every comic, every TV show, every movie, he has to web a backpack with his street clothes in it in order to become Superman. So in all of the years of becoming Spider-Man, he has left, dozens and dozens of backpacks throughout the city. I'm thinking to myself, man, how many backpacks does this man own?
Yeah,
there's a lot of
that's a lot.
There's a lot of great nods in this film. Like you can find Murdoch, basically you can find Rand, as you just saw, Rand Technologies there, which is from Iron Fist. You can find Murdoch and was it their law office from Daredevil? Yeah. You can was the Avengers Tower is there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of nods to the Marvel Universe in New York. All basically if a Marvel character lives in New York, there is some nod to them there. Alias Investigations is there. You can take a picture of Alias Investigations, which is Jessica Jones.
Yeah, and I know I've seen Doctor Strange's place in some of the early screenshots.
Yes, Doctor Strange's Sanctum Sanctorum is there. This is really great. There's research labs. You can go little side missions called research labs. There's a lot to do in this game.
All right.
And it doesn't feel overwhelming. In fact, if I'm being honest, I spent more time building up my character by doing a lot of the side missions because I was kind of afraid to do the story because the story can get difficult. Okay? It's a good story. It's telling a great story, and I'm not going to spoil anything about the story. But I'm sort of at that point where I just want to zip around the city and do a bunch of stuff, gain some XP, build up my character, get stronger, before I really tackle the difficult storylines.
So almost like an RPG, where like, okay, great, I got to go kill that dragon, but before I get, I'm going to go and I'm going to, craft some new web shooters, and I'm going to beat up a whole bunch of guys just to make sure I have a shot at it.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot to do. Like, you are constantly moving when you're in battle. You're actually fighting like 10 to 20 guys at a time.
Yeah, and so similar to Batman.
And you're zipping all over the place. But of course, Spider-Man's a lot more nimble than Batman, right? So he feels like Spider-Man, the way he's moving, the way he can pull people into the air and he can web them, or he can shoot like impact webs, which throw guys up against the wall and actually stop them in their tracks. Like one shot and they're out of the game because you've just webbed them against the wall. Yeah. Right? And then there are other difficult characters like bruisers, which are these big, heavy guys that you have to tie them up before you can even start punching them, because you can't even get behind them because they turn around. As soon as you try to go under their legs, they turn around and follow you. Right? The only thing I can figure out, I hate these guys, if you can't tell. The only thing I can figure out is you have to web them up so that they're struggling, and then go fight them. And that's it. That's all you can do. That's all I can seem to do anyway.
All right. How are the villains?
Oh, the villains are great. The villains are so good. There's a lot of the characters in this game, obviously directly from Spider-Man lore. Yeah. This is a different Spider-Man than what's been in the comic, so this is a new universe. I don't know what number they're assigning this universe, but this is canon now, apparently, in Marvel Universe. This is a different Spider world. For those of you who don't know how the Marvel Universe works, things like Ultimate Spider-Man, Spectacular Spider-Man, they all live in what they call different universes. Right? So there's a universe, or Earth 616 is our Earth. That's the main Earth where your main like X-Men and all them live. Then there's the alternate Earths, and the reason they did that was so they could tell different stories and wood off scenarios, and that way they didn't have to kind of keep with canon. They could do different things throughout the stories. Yeah. This Spider-Man takes place in one of those different worlds.
Which is why he has a different outfit.
Different outfit, exactly. But he can also get some of the outfits you've seen before. His classic outfit is actually what you start the game with.
Yeah.
So you can unlock different outfits. You can unlock, like Scarlet Spider, for example, which is one of my favorites. Each suit has a different ability that comes with it, a different power. But you don't have to wear the suit in order to use that power. You just have to unlock the suit.
And then you get it. You get it for whatever
you can assign
aesthetic or look you want to go with. So
that's right. You can choose your aesthetic, and then once you've unlocked each individual power or ability, you can assign that to whatever suit you're wearing.
Okay. Well, that's
good. One ability that you start with, for example, is when your focus is full, you can. You press the left and right buttons, left and right sticks, and it charges your focus faster, which then gives you finishing moves faster, right? Or you can heal, right? So as you build up focus, once focus is full, you then get a finishing move, which is an instant finishing move, or you can press down to heal yourself for the amount that's in your focus bar. So if you're really low on health, you can use it instead of a finishing move.
So a risk-reward thing. Do you need the health, or do you want to go for the kill shot?
Right, exactly, because it's a great cinematic kill shot as well.
Yeah.
So anyway, very full game. I've spent many, many hours playing. I expect to spend a lot more hours playing this game. Really, really impressive. It looks beautiful. Let me tell you, this game is incredible. But of course, what would any Marvel franchise be without this?
Saved by the siren.
Talk to you later.
Go.
Love seeing you two together again. You always were my favorites.
What would any Marvel franchise be without a Stan Lee cameo? And of course, Spider-Man is no different. There's Stan Lee. Looks amazing too. Like, it looked like him. Holy crap! It really looked like him. I was really impressed. It was very early in the game, so that's not a spoiler. I mean, he's in everything, right? Stan Lee must be in everything.
He has to show up. I mean, I think that he's contractually, like, in order for them to use his characters, it's like, listen, until I die, I'm going to be in every single thing.
I'm in everything.
That might possibly have one of my characters in it.
Exactly. So that is Spider-Man. Lots of things to do. One last thing I want to say is, from that little video you saw there with the Stan Lee, what I noticed and what I really like about this is they didn't make, like, Mary Jane's, she's a good-looking character, but she's not like this supermodel, gorgeous character that you would typically see in like a video game. Even Spider-Man himself isn't like a good looking, he's kind of homely looking a little bit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's what I like about the characters in this game. They feel real.
Teenagers. They're still teenagers. They're still like, you know.
But they feel real. They don't feel like supermodel, like CW teen drama gorgeous characters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They feel real and down to earth, and I think that's a really smart move to go. Fantastic. The voice acting in the game is spot on. It's really good. Of course, Spider-Man talks through the whole game just like he does. A lot of quips, a lot of funny things. Really good. Highly recommend it. Even if you're not a Spider-Man fan, I think the game itself is so wonderfully made. It's just worth playing. But that is it for Spider-Man. Thanks for watching this episode of the OMG Hour Reviews. We'll be back again with some more later. Thanks for joining us tonight. Take care.
Bye, guys.